Do you think that some people talk about a language barrier? Do you think there is one?
Well, I was talking about this with a friend, and you know, if we lived in Europe or other parts of the world, we would speak multiple languages and think nothing of it, maybe 4 or 5 even. So I speak a little German, that's my heritage, and know a few words in Spanish, but haven't taken the time to take some you know, Spanish classes. But when you tell someone you really only speak one language well, they kind of look at you as though you might be in the slow group, or they wonder, what's wrong with you? You know, you poor thing, you only speak one language.
Right.
So it should be, because I've heard that Spanish will become the predominant language within 10 to 15 years here in California, and Latinos will be more than 50% of the population. I think it's incumbent upon us as a society to probably, even though this flies in the face of what we've been historically, like when my ancestors came over, Irish and German, they spoke English. I mean, even though they spoke German, you know, they were now Americans and they were going to speak English. And so German might have been spoken at home, but when they went out and about, it was English. And for years and years, we had English ballots and everything, signs, everything were in English. And today, in California, we have, like in Fremont alone where I work, there's probably 154 different languages spoken. So the ballots printed in maybe 10, 12 different languages. Rather than requiring someone to be able to speak and understand English, it's like we're going the opposite way, and it's not a problem that you don't speak English, because we'll print everything for you. And so I think when you immigrate to a country, like if I were immigrating to the Soviet Union as an example, I would expect to have to speak Russian. I would expect to have to write Russian and live by the rules of their society. I wouldn't expect the Russian ballot to be printed in English. So, I mean, that kind of shows my loser's limp as far as, you know, only wanting to speak English as an example. But the world's becoming a smaller and smaller village, and I think we need to speak more than one language. So the result is it's a lot easier to learn a language when you're younger than it is older, and the more languages you can be exposed to at a younger age, I think that's better. So I don't know, it's a complex situation. I don't think there's necessarily a language barrier. Probably most immigrants speak some English and can get by, but when it comes to my field, which is insurance, which is kind of complicated to understand, most people want to converse in the language that they feel most comfortable in to discuss complex subjects. And you know, one good thing, you know, you can go to a Home Depot out here or other stores, and everything's bilingual in the departments. So I guess I could learn Spanish by going to Home Depot more often.
Hey, there you go. There you go. Well, let me ask you this: how do you think that this issue, legal immigration, will play a role in the 2008 presidential election?
Yeah. Well, I think it's a problem that won't go away. And if we just say that things will get better, we are putting a lot of people in jeopardy by not being able to have a viable program. And right now I see it as very polarized. You have a Republican solution and a Democratic solution, and right now, because of the war, I think that the Democrats are in a position of taking the White House again. Even though I'm a Republican, I believe less government's better than more government. But that being said, I don't think the Democrats have taken a stand that's really put them away, separated them from what we have right now. I don't think they've come up with a game plan or anything that makes most of America say, yeah, that's what I want, and out with the old, in with the new. And it is a complex problem, and I think most people, politicians especially, are afraid to really speak their minds, because it's election time, and you want everyone to be able to vote for you. Most people are centralists, and they want to get that centralized vote, you know, and be maybe the better of all the other poor choices, if you want to, you know, say something like that. But I really do think that it needs to be a program like that guest worker program that recognizes we have a dependent need on immigrant workers here in America, but not equate them with full legalized immigration status where they become a naturalized citizen. We've got a lot of problems that are related to the immigrant issue, healthcare too, which if you're born in America, you become a citizen and are eligible for all the health care.
Yeah.
But because your parents might not be legalized citizens, they may have to be deported. And that is the whole issue. It still is, America is by far and away the best place to be in the whole world. In spite of our problems, everybody still wants to come here, or most people do. This is the land of opportunity, and where anyone can make anything of themselves, and you don't have that opportunity in most countries today.
Yeah. Is there anything else you'd like to add about illegal immigration?
I think it'll be with us a long time. It's a big problem, but I think obviously it's an issue that can't go away, but I think it'll get better, not worse.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you too.